Peace. This is Watch for Wise Words Media back at y'all for another round. And fight fans, big developing story out of New York as the New York State Boxing Commission is looking into the controversial decision that cost Lamont Roach a victory against Tank Davis, and instead we got a majority draw in Saturday's main event. So by now we all know what happened. We've all seen the footage of Tank Davis waving down the ref, taking a knee, and then putting his head outside in between the ropes, which that in and of itself can get you disqualified. Putting your head outside of the ropes, putting your body out there, you could get disqualified just for that. But we're not even talking about that. We're talking about the controversial knee that should have been ruled a knockdown. And because of that, if they would have done the right thing, which is him taking a knee on purpose, which is an automatic standing 8 count, if he takes a knee, that 114, Tank's 114 becomes 113, and Lamont Roach wins because he has a point taken away. He being Gervonta Davis has a point taken away for the knee. So I believe this has a lot of momentum. It may happen because Lamont Roach took to social media yesterday and gave us a big message that indicates that it may be going this way. As he said, your favorite fighter is finna go 30-1, not 30-0-1. And then he said 2-time, he put like the emoji like blocking his, he said 2-time, 2-division champion. We all know Lamont Roach was in a smaller weight class than Tank Davis. He's at 130, so he's the champion there. So he's saying 2-time, meaning he came up in weight to fight Gervonta Davis, and now taking his title in Gervonta Davis's division. This would be such a bad look on Gervonta Davis. And you know, if the commission does reverse the decision, it's sad for Lamont Roach on one side because he didn't get to enjoy the glory of all the hard work, all the buildup in that moment when it happened. You know, every fighter wants to hear those 3 amazing, life-changing words, and the new. And they robbed him. They deprived him of that opportunity. He didn't get to hear it in the ring, but it's all right, you know. Gervonta Davis, and for all of y'all that was getting at me about telling Gervonta to stop smoking, listen, what he did on Saturday, I've been around people that smoke weed. That was some high stuff. That was a high move. That was a high moment. There's no 2 ways around that. That was a high moment. The fact that how do you compete? Because Gervonta is not one of those people that started late. He's been competing since he was a young child. How do you go all these years through the ranks, from the amateurs to the pros? You competed in various tournaments. You won titles. How do you go through all of this and you say you don't know that you can't take a knee or that you can't stick your body outside between the ropes in the middle of a round? That was a high moment. Keep it a buck. That was a high moment. I know none of y'all came back. Y'all didn't want to face the consequences of what y'all said because I told y'all back then. But it's the truth. It was a high moment. The guy, I've been around plenty of high people that do dumb things, and that was a high moment. And Tank may have cost himself a victory with that dumb move. And if you look at the round leading up to when Tank Davis took the knee, he was taking a beating. He was getting hit with some clean shots. Now, some people may say, oh yeah, I seen some video surfacing about one of Tank's braids hitting his eye or whatever. That's BS. I don't want to hear that, man. No excuses. Because you know what's just as bad or probably worse? When a fighter gets a cut above their eye, that's one of the worst places in all of boxing that you can get a cut, because the blood starts to trickle into your eye, and now you're trying to avoid getting hit from your opponent, but at the same time you're like wiping blood out of your eye because you can't see. And your opponent knows that. So now your opponent's like, oh, your opponent starts chopping at the bit like, okay, yeah, he can't see. So now they start attacking that side even more. And what you have to do is you have to endure. You have to survive that round, make it to your corner, and your cut man, that's what he gets paid for. That's why they pay him the big bucks. Your cut man has to start, putting the end swell and putting Vaseline and trying to get that thing to stop trickling down your eyes so you can't see. So I don't want to hear no excuses about some hair grease. How you got hair grease when your hair was braided days ago? You leading up to the fight. Wasn't no hair grease. None of them other early rounds that Tank Davis was winning. No hair grease then, right? But the hair grease magically surfaces back up in the 9th round. Get out of here. Give me a break, man. That was a high moment. He slipped up. He even admitted it after the fight. It's his fault for all of this controversy. But yeah, that's the developing story now. The New York State Boxing Commission is looking into this decision. And the way that Lamont Roach is putting it, that your favorite fighter finna be 30-1 instead of 30-0-1, kind of makes you feel like he has inside information that things may be turned in his favor. So as I continue to hear about this, I'll report it if it becomes official. But for now, that's all I got. I'm Waz for Waz Words Media. Peace.